Trying to flip this around. Here we go. That was funny. I just had a moment there where I just couldn't flip that around. Don't know why it was front facing. Good morning, beautiful souls. Rebecca Thompson here. This is the first live I think I've done since I've been back from the territory. I've been taking some time to really integrate the fullness of what happened there. It's still on a roll. It is still going to be integrating. But this bubbled up for me today that I wanted to share with you because it's something that's really huge. And I was very surprised seeing someone else's post a few days ago describing this exact thing. And yet they were someone who was supposed to be a teacher of this kind of work. Let me describe a little bit more to you. If you know anything about me, you know that I am all to do with brilliance without burnout. I run sacred and practical spirituality kind of programs for women to help them be brilliant without burnout, to help them get on track and fulfill their purpose with joy, with peace, with passion. And so I don't know about you, but if I'm looking for someone to work with, I want them to be ticking all the boxes of that which I want to be. Right? And I very much kind of hang my hat on authenticity. And it's not just me that says that, but you speak to any of my beacons, that I live my work. And anything that I can't create or do in my life, I don't teach it. Right? I teach what I have manifested in my life, how I live with energy, passion, purpose, taking months off to go and do deep dive sacred spiritual work and all of that. I feel, especially in this day and age, that integrity is a huge part. Now, why am I sharing this around energy? Because I used to be someone that would get exhausted after events and after workshops. And I was very curious and interested to see, and surprised, to be honest, to see somebody post the other day who runs workshops and events all around women's empowerment and shining your light in the world and, you know, doing that without exhausting yourself, who runs this stuff, actually saying on here on social media how there's an emotional lift in when she runs events, but she gets physically and mentally exhausted from events. And I thought that just didn't sit right with me. I'm like, oh, that's really interesting that you are teaching this work or purporting that, you know, you can do and live and be and act and work in a way that fulfills and uplifts you, and yet you are getting mentally and physically exhausted from your events. So there was an incongruency there. And I know that many women do struggle with energy after events, and that's okay. I totally get it. That's why I'm here and others are here to sort of teach that. But I want you to be very mindful, and this is really just a word of warning to anyone out there, that if you want to work with someone, they need to be living the life that you want to create if you're going to invest time and money with them, to find that within yourself, right? Because we are not here to fix, you know, I'm not an enroller's fixer, I'm an enroller's guide. And if I haven't walked that path, I can't, with all integrity, help show you that way, because I haven't walked it, but I have walked it. And here's what I know to be true about your energy levels with running events. And there is so much to this. So I am just literally scraping the very top layer of icing off of the cake right now when I share this with you, because there are so many levels you need to look at here. But primarily, if you are getting exhausted after running workshops or events, or really at the end of any work day, but it can come up more in workshops and events because you're a lot of people in the room, then you are not managing your energy. And I don't mean your physical energy. You are not managing your prana, your shakti, your soul self energy. So what that means is you are disconnected. You are not embodied. So you are running on your finite humanness, right? The physical resources of the external environment, and you are your own external environment, right? So your physical resources, the kind of the juice that we get from interacting with others, right? And feeding off of that kind of adrenaline, and just your 24-hour kind of rhythm, you're running off of that and your mental energy, instead of being fully soul self embodied and being able to connect into that infinite source energy no matter what. And events and other people can actually can drain that energy because they've got their stuff going on. If you are not deeply connected into your soul self, in your body. And that is very specific. And so there are many, even yoga teachers and spiritual teachers and mentors and coaches out there who don't have this piece, who have this piece missing. And so when you are learning, experientially from these people, it's staying in the mental realm. It's staying in the physical realm. It's staying in the human realm. Well, if you want to go next level in your peace, in your joy, in your capacity to magnetically attract what you want in your life and have the vitality and the mojo and the capacity to create what you want in this lifetime for the highest for yourself and everyone else around you, then you absolutely have to learn and understand and be able to hold embodiment. And now I'm not going to explain exactly what that is. This is all a very big subject, but if you are getting tired and exhausted, then you haven't got the embodiment piece, right? Or if you're sometimes good and you're sometimes not, and I'm not talking about the high of adrenaline after events, I'm talking about sustained energy levels. Sustained energy levels, right? That you don't have crashes after events or putting yourself out there, or maybe you're putting a launch together and you do it and you crash. You need to learn how to embody your soul self energy, connect into that. You need to know how to disarm your triggers so that mentally you're not getting exhausted by other people's stuff because you're not reacting in your own pain body. And you need to know how on a daily basis to reset your nervous system so that your nervous system doesn't creep up and cause you to kind of have one of those kind of collapse episodes, right? Where you're like, oh, I can't do anything now for 3 days, right? These are things that need to be consistent. Not that just you draw in for an event or for a workshop, or you run off the adrenaline or the combined emotional energy from those group of people. No, you have to be self-resourcing, soul self-resourcing, source resourcing, right? Not your external environment, because that is always going to change. And that is why people get exhausted. So it is around energetic boundaries. It is around deep centering embodiment. It is around resetting your nervous system consistently and not just waiting until you crash and then trying to reset it. And it is around so much more than that. But I wanted to give you a few key things and also just nudge you to be aware and look through the eyes of truth around who it is you do feel drawn to perhaps work with. Right? Are they authentically living and expressing the way that you want to be? If so, great. That's someone you might want to work with. But if they're not, if it's a little out of integrity, then don't. Be aware of that, because your energy level is probably one of the most important things you need to master. Because if you don't have the energy to do stuff, you are forever going to be in this push-pull. Right? In this push-pull. So to be able to sustain your energy is paramount. And when we sustain our energy in a soul self-embodied way, not only does it open up access to infinite energy and vitality, you're connecting in with your higher intuition and your place of safety and fearlessness as well. Right? They go hand in hand. That's the beauty of it. So anyone who's saying that they can get you here, right, in whatever, in your business or in your joy or in your peace, but having energy struggles themselves, then that's not the full package. That is not an embodied way to live. That is not a vital way to live. You are eventually going to burn out or have issues around, your energy level. And who wants that? Who wants sustained energy, right? That creates sustained momentum. That creates sustained impact. That creates joy, creativity, magnetic attraction. Yeah. All right, beauties, that's it for today. I'm heading off to go and teach yoga. Let me know what you're about to go and do. And yeah, if you want to, if you want to learn some of these embodied tools, this is what I teach at my foundational half-day event, which is our signature program. we are still running it after 2 or 3 years of running it in this area. We were about to go national tour before COVID. That had the kibosh on. We were going to do some interstate touring this year and into next year. But we have been able to still keep running this half-day event because it is so damn successful, because women need this work. And when you come along, you will notice immediately a difference. Every woman that comes to these half-day events notices an immediate difference in how they feel, and how they're seen and heard, and how their perspective changes. Yeah, you want to be there. We have one coming up in Brisbane next week, and we have one coming up on Bribie Island in August. I'm going to flick the link here below in a moment, and you can check that in. If my assistant's watching, which I'm not sure if she's on, I'll get her to pop it on. If not, I'll pop a link below for our half days, but check out any of my pages and you'll see the link for that anyway. All right, beautiful souls, you can reach out, PM me, and we can have a chat. Mwah. Have an amazing day. Be vibrant, be vital, be your creative, most amazing, beautiful self. Hi, Susie. Hi, Vera. Hi, Jeanette. What have we got on here? Monica. I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't actually see a whole lot of that. Oh, Vera, I'm actually going to read this. I do. If I hold it a little further away, I can maybe read that. Vera is one of our beautiful beacons in our program, and she's saying, you certainly do live your work. Oh, bless you. Very blessed to have found you. My life has transformed because of it. Thank you. Oh, Vera. Love you so much. Yes. Thank you so much for that beautiful sharing. And our lives, our beacon community is all the better for having you in it, my love. All right, gorgeous souls. Have a great day. Bye.